Now, after using the Xiaomi Mi 9 as my daily driver for quite a long time and even vlogging on it, I'll let you guys know everything that you guys need to know about this phone. Here's my full review of the Xiaomi Mi 9. Hey, what's up guys, Adam Lobo here and you're watching Adam Lobo TV. If you guys are new, hello and welcome. Do consider subscribing to this channel as I release videos every single week, sometimes twice a week or even more. And if you're returning as a subscriber, welcome back my friends, as always. Now the box of the Xiaomi Mi 9 comes in a really nice silver color box with the number 9 logo in front. Then at the back, there's some of the specs over there. Opening up the box, there's a small box which contains the headphones dongle and the SIM ejector pin and a very nice smoky black clear phone case. Underneath that, there's a USB-A to USB-C cable and a 5-watt charging brick. Now going over to the phone specs, the Xiaomi Mi 9 comes with a Snapdragon 855 chipset with Adreno 640 GPU. It is coupled with 6 gigs of RAM with either 64 gigs or 128 gigs storage here in Malaysia. It comes shipped with Android 9 Pie with the very stable MIUI 10 skin and Bluetooth 5.0. Alright, let's talk about the color options for the Xiaomi Mi 9. There are 3 colors for you guys to choose from here in Malaysia. The one which I have is the very nice piano black, and then there's also ocean blue and lavender violet, which is looking to release really soon, which looks pretty nice. Now as for the phone's build quality, at the back it is made of glass with a Gorilla Glass 5 like the Redmi Note 7. However, it comes with a very nice aluminium frame which was really nice, but the phone did feel a bit slippery. But although the camera bump was not the most aesthetically pleasing thing about the phone, but it did kind of help me maintain the grip of the phone. Then the triple cameras are placed at the back on a vertical position where there is quite a camera bump, as I mentioned earlier, with no fingerprint sensor at the back, because for the very first time, since this is a Xiaomi flagship phone, it comes with an in-display fingerprint sensor, which is the very first here in Malaysia too. Now as for the ports and buttons, looking down below, there is the USB-C port and there is 2 speaker grill, but the sound only projects on one side, so it is a mono-firing speaker. And then on the left, there is the SIM card slot, which supports up to 2 SIMs, but there's no SD card expansion, which could be quite a bummer for some. And then you'll find the Google Assistant button over there. And then looking on the right, there is the volume rocker and also the power button. And then on top, there is the IR blaster. And no, as mentioned in my first impressions video, there isn't any headphones jack. As for the screen, it has a 6.39-inch Super AMOLED display, which looks really nice and pleasing of course. And since the Super AMOLED screen is one of the best looking screens in a smartphone, it comes with a very nice resolution of 1080 by 2340 pixels with a dot drop display and 85% screen to body ratio, and that gave a really good video viewing experience on the phone, which looks really nice on the Super AMOLED screen and a flat screen design. And as usual, if you guys are watching Netflix, it covers the screen just before the camera notch. Now as for the phone's camera specs, there's 3 cameras as I mentioned earlier. One is a massive 48 megapixel camera with an f1.8 aperture, and then there's a 16 megapixel f2.2 aperture 13mm ultra wide lens, and then there's also a 12 megapixel 54mm telephoto lens with also an f2.2 aperture. Now pictures for the back camera was really great as expected for high quality phones like this during laylight. What? Now pictures for the back camera was great as expected for a high quality flagship phone like this, especially during daylight. Now there is a dedicated 48 megapixel mode, but I would still recommend for you guys to use the auto mode to shoot due to its file size and of course no expandable storage, where the pictures still turn out really nice. Now night mode for me is still one of my favorite features of Xiaomi phones, as I still feel that it had more natural looking exposed shot without really blowing out on the shadows and the highlights. Now as for the front camera, it has a 20 megapixel f2.0 aperture where the regular selfie pictures was nice and detailed, and the portrait mode was way better than any Xiaomi phones I've tested, but the edge detection is still a hit or miss. So that's your camera test photo, Haziq Al. Now I understand there is the Gcam setup which you can use and install for the Xiaomi Mi 9, but I decided to make this review standard on what comes inside of the phone instead of doing modification on the apps or even launches. But if you guys would like to see the camera samples with the Gcam installed, do let me know and I'll update them on my Facebook page. Now compared to its photo taking capabilities, where the phone really shines is the amazing video quality, which is currently the highest DxO Mark score for video shots, which is currently out right now. And what was really nice that it can record up to 4K up to 2160 at 60 frames per second. And image stabilization was really good even at 4K recording, and stay tuned for my vlog coming up during my trip for the Dyson event where I used this phone fully to take all the video shots, so subscribe to this channel if you guys haven't done so. Then for the front camera, it shoots up to 1080p up to 30 frames per second, where the video footage looked great with proper image stabilization as well. So there's your answer, Fitri LOL. Now as for the phone's audio quality, overall the sound was decent. Like the Redmi Note 7, it did sounded nice at the highs, although there is no stereo speaker, and here's a quick sound test.
Fresh air.
Now as for the phone's software, it comes shipped with Android 9 Pie with the MIUI 10, which has been out for quite a while right now, so there's no issues over there, and there's no other issues like notification or getting alerts from my smart home cameras, so that's your answer, Palwinder Singh. Now as for the phone's battery, I was surprised at the lower capacity of 3300 mAh of battery, but with the brightness on automatic and using the phone as my daily driver for vlogging, I got a close to 4 hours and 1 minute of screen on time when my phone's battery was at 6%, but the phone comes with Quick Charge 4 Plus at 27 watts and fast wireless charging at 20 watts, which was pretty awesome. Then in terms of gaming, testing out Asphalt 9 was nice with no drop of frames while playing it, and also it worked well with PUBG with high quality settings, and the phone does get a bit warm during a longer gameplay, so keep that in mind. So yes, Blondie Dip gaming performance on the phone was really good. Okay, in conclusion, Xiaomi has released another great phone to go against other phones within the same price. My takeaway on the phone was a great video shots and of course a really nice screen with quite a fast fingerprint sensor on the screen. Now as for the phone's price here in Malaysia, the 6 gigs of RAM with 64 gigs of storage variant is going for 1,699 ringgit, and a 6 gig variant with 128 gigs of storage is retailing at 1,999 ringgit. Alright guys, with this, do let me know what you guys like to know about the Xiaomi Mi 9, and if you guys have any other questions, do let me know at the comment section below. Aside from that, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a nice big thumbs up. Like, share and subscribe to Adam Lobo TV if you haven't done so. Don't forget to hit the bell icon just next to it to get notified for my future videos. Thank you so much for watching. This is Adam Lobo and I'll catch you guys really soon.